An unusually high utility bill, a faint hissing sound in a quiet hallway, a patch of floor that feels strangely warm to the touch. These are the subtle signs that water is escaping your plumbing system. Behind your walls and under your floors, a slow drip wastes hundreds of gallons a month. Left alone, that constant moisture warps wood, erodes drywall, and compromises structural integrity. Finding that leak does not require immediately carrying open walls or ripping up floorboards. Instead, we are going to use a professional methodology to systematically isolate the exact location of the failure. To do this accurately, you must set up the proper testing conditions. Go outside and locate your street water meter. Next, find your main house shutoff valve and the shutoff valve above your water heater. Finally, make absolutely sure every water-using appliance in the house, including dishwashers and washing machines, is completely turned off. We are not going to guess where the water is going. By executing a strict process of elimination, you can force the plumbing system to reveal exactly where it is failing. Step 1 is establishing your baseline. Go out to your main street water meter. You are looking for the low flow indicator, usually a small triangle or a sweeping dial on the meter face. Before you take a reading, double-check that your house is truly dormant. A running toilet in a bathroom or an active refrigerator ice maker will invalidate this test. With the entire house completely shut down, watch that low flow indicator. If the dial is moving, water is actively leaving the pipe somewhere on your property. You have a confirmed leak. A spinning meter when all fixtures are off means the system is constantly bleeding pressure into the surrounding dirt, wood, or concrete. Even if you cannot see a single puddle or water stain inside your home, the water meter is the definitive source of truth. If the dial is spinning, the system is compromised. Step 2 narrows the search area by 50%. Go to the main shutoff valve located on the exterior of your house and turn it completely off. This severs the water supply to the entire interior. Leave the main valve off and walk back to the street meter. We need to observe how the dial reacts to this change in the system. On this property layout, if the meter stops when the house valve is closed, your exterior line is intact. The pressure loss is inside the house. Conversely, if the meter continues spinning, the leak is outside, somewhere in the mainline or irrigation system. By manipulating a single valve and checking the meter, you have successfully eliminated half of your property from the troubleshooting process. Step 3 further isolates an interior leak. Turn your main house valve back on, allowing water back into the home. Now, locate your water heater and firmly shut off the cold water inlet valve, positioned right above it. Shutting this inlet valve effectively cuts the interior plumbing in half. It separates the cold water lines supplying your fixtures from the hot water lines branching out from the heater. With the cold inlet valve closed, return to the street meter for a third time to interpret the results. If the meter stops with the cold inlet closed, your cold pipes are secure. The leak is isolated to the red hot water lines. Conversely, if the meter keeps spinning, the hot water system is safe. The failure is on the cold water line system. You have taken a complex whole house network of hidden pipes and narrowed the search down to one highly specific subsystem. Now we move to physical observation. Walk through the house, but only check the specific fixtures connected to the isolated system. If you proved the leak is on the hot side, ignore the toilets and focus entirely on the hot water valves under your sinks, showers, and washing machine. Follow that specific path and look for physical changes in the house. Examine the baseboards for warping. Check the lower sections of the drywall for bubbling paint or distinct yellow moisture stains. This thermal scan shows exactly what a hot water slab leak looks like. Walk barefoot over hard flooring along the path of isolated pipes, feeling for distinct, unnatural patches of heat radiating through the floor. Next, use your hearing. In a quiet house, place your ear, or preferably a stethoscope, directly against the angle stops. These are the metal valves under your sinks and behind your toilets. Listen closely for a distinct hissing or dripping vibration, moving from valve to find the loudest point. Aligning the results from your water meter with these physical observations ensures that any invasive work is highly targeted, preventing unnecessary damage to your home. You started with an undefined problem hidden somewhere on your property. By checking the meter and isolating the valves, you have systematically shrunk that problem down to a single room and a specific pipe. If these observations point to a spot directly behind the drywall and you are comfortable with light repairs, you can turn off the main water supply and carefully cut a small inspection hole to visually confirm the leaking pipe. If the heat signature or the distinct hissing sound indicates a leak under the concrete slab or deep inside a complex shower fixture, it is time to call a licensed professional. Providing a plumber with a specific location, telling them exactly which system is failing and where the symptoms are strongest, transforms the homeowner from a passive victim into an informed property manager, saving significant time and money.